Hello everyone, let's start our today's topic. That is, today in the video we will be discussing about some of the major crops. Now there is a variety if food and non-food crops are grown in different parts of the country. So we have a lot of crops that are being grown in different parts of our country, and that totally depends upon the temperature or the physical environment or how that place is, that is a mountainous area or that is a plain or that is a plateau. So the growing of crops require a lot of things. For example, there are variations in soil in different parts of the country. The climate is different, as I told you. The cultivation practices are different. So that is why the crops are being divided into certain groups, right? For example, they're divided into grains, then the food crops other than the grains, and then lastly the non-food crops. So these are some of the major crops grown in India that you can see on your screens right now. That is rice, wheat, millets, maize and pulses. These come under the category of grains. Then let's move on to the food crops other than grains. Those are sugarcane, oilseeds, tea, coffee, horticulture crops. Tea and coffee are also known as beverage crops. Then the rubber, fiber crops, cotton and jute, these are the non-food crops. And a very important fact that India produces around 51 major crops. Let's start with the first crop, that is rice. Rice, as you all know, is consumed by many people in our country, and hence it is the staple food crop of a majority of people living in our country. Very importantly, India is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China. China is our number one. Now, rice, children, is a kharif crop. If you remember that in our previous video, we talked about the rabi, kharif and the zaid crops. So out of them, rice is the kharif crop that requires high temperature, and that is around above 25 degrees Celsius, and it also requires high humidity with annual rainfall of above 100 centimeters. So these are the climatic conditions that rice requires to grow. Now this is basically grown in the areas of plains of northeastern India, coastal areas and also in the deltaic regions. Rice requires water to grow, and the development of dense network of canal irrigation and tube wells, it has actually been made possible to grow rice in the areas where there is less rainfall also. So even in the areas where is less rainfall, there also through man-made irrigation systems, it is possible to grow rice like Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh, and also in some parts of Rajasthan. Now if you can see this map shows you the growing of rice in different parts of our country, and this map shows you the major areas and the minor areas where rice is grown in our country. Now let's come on to our second crop, that is wheat. Wheat is a very important crop and it is the second most important cereal crop. So the question can be asked you in this manner also, that you have to name the second most important cereal crop, and hence you will be writing the answer, that is wheat. Now it is a very important and a main food crop in north and northwestern part of the country. Now it requires cool growing season and bright sunshine at the ripening time, and also requires 50 to 75 centimeters of annual rainfall that is being evenly distributed over the growing season. So the rainfall requirement is less than that of the rice crop. Now some of the very important wheat growing zones are Ganga Satluj plains and black soil region in Deccan. And some of the major wheat producing states are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan and some parts of Madhya Pradesh also. Now again, this is a map that shows you the growing of wheat in different parts of our country. There are some of the major areas and the minor areas that are marked in different colors and are showing you the growing of wheat in different parts of our country. Now lastly we'll be talking about millets. Jowar, bajra and ragi are the important millets that are grown in our country. Now, these are also known as coarse grains and they have high nutritional value. And hence, they are also widely consumed by the lot of people in our country. Now, ragi, firstly, if we talk about, is rich in iron, calcium, and other micronutrients and roughage. And it is a very important crop which is being grown in dry regions, and it grows well on red, black, sandy, loamy, and even shallow soils. The areas where it is grown is Karnataka. Basically, Karnataka is the largest producer, that is being followed by Tamil Nadu. Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Jharkhand, and Arunachal Pradesh are also some of the important ragi producing states. Now let's talk about jowar. Jowar is the third most important food crop after rice and wheat, and with respect to the area and production. Now, very importantly, it is a rain fed crop that is being grown in moist areas, and Maharashtra, if we talk about, is the largest producer of jowar, and that is being followed by Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and even Madhya Pradesh. Now, bajra. Bajra is the third millet crop that is grown in India, and bajra grows well on sandy soils and shallow black soil. Rajasthan is the largest producer, that is being followed by Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Haryana. Millets have their own importance as they are high in nutritional value and hence are being consumed by a lot of people. So, apart from rice and wheat, we also require millets in our diet. Now, children, that's all for today. Today in this video, we discussed about some of the major crops, in which we discussed about in detail rice, wheat, and then about millets. In millets, we talked about three types of millets that are being grown in India, that is ragi, jowar, and bajra. So children, that's all for today. We'll come back again with the next video with the next topic. Till then, thank you so much.